What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Gio here. I am one half of the NC Bricks team. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. Today's video is going to be a highly requested video people have been wanting me to make for quite a while. We are getting closer and closer to 500 subscribers, so I figured, you know what? Thank you guys for watching these videos, so I might as well give the people what they want. So this video, as you could tell from the title, how to win every Footlocker FLX raffle. Let's go ahead and get started. I jotted down some notes just so I can stay on topic. First, what we're going to talk about, there has been some misinformation out there about Footlocker and Nike, so let me just go ahead and tackle that real quick. Recently, in the sneaker news reporting space, there is some misinformation out there about Nike no longer putting stock into Footlockers. Now, that is not true. What is true is that Nike is shifting their focus from their retail partners to their direct-to-consumer platform. So what does that mean? They're no longer going to be allocating as much stock to Foot Locker, Dick's Sporting Goods, all the boutiques, stuff like that. And they're going to be instead taking that stock and putting it on the Nike app and the sneakers app. There's going to be less stock for Footlocker raffles and for Footlocker releases, which is all the more reason why you should be watching this video all the way to the end, because greater chances, even with less stock, if you have better chances, you're still gonna win. First thing that you want to do, we're gonna do this from the perspective of a person who has no Footlocker account, nothing at all. Go ahead and make yourself an account. Now, the question you may be having is, how do I start winning the raffles? So the way that Footlocker raffles essentially work, they have X1, X2, and X3 tiers. X3 means your account has reached the highest level it can go. And basically, it just means your chances of winning the raffle have greatly increased. For the most part, almost every person who wins a Footlocker raffle has an X3 account. X2s and maybe some X1s win when there's a crazy amount of stock for the shoe, like a Cool Gray or like a Jubilee, stuff like that. Then you may win with an X1 or X2. But what you want, definitely what you want, is an X3 account. You may be asking yourself, well, how do I build the account and get points if I don't win any raffles? You got to get your head out of the mindset that the only way you are going to spend money at Footlocker is if you win these cool shoes. That's your first mistake, because it's not like that. This is a really heavy pay-to-play situation. So you have to spend money to make money. So you cannot just make an account, enter every raffle, and then hope to build your account via winning releases. Unfortunately, although you could do that, it would literally take forever. It would take so long. And it's not feasible if you want to grow quickly, and it's not feasible if you want to, actually do this as a job, as a career, whatever. So what you'll want to do is you're going to go into a Footlocker. You're going to buy bricks. I know what you may be thinking, and no, it's not those kind of bricks. They're brick shoes. Shoes that you don't think would normally sell on the resale market. You're going to go in and you're going to buy those. Perfect example, I would say Nike Blazers and Nike Air Force Ones. Normally, you don't really buy those for resale unless you're like a resale store. The number one thing when you're building your account is you don't want to lose money. Nobody wants to lose money. You want to make your money back, and if you can, make money. So you want to look out for items that are on sale, white Air Forces, Jordan lows and mids, stuff like that, because those are the items that will either A, you'll break even on, so you won't lose any money, but you will have points on that account, or B, you might make some money. That's really what's the important thing here. In order to get an X3 account, you have to spend $500. $500, that's 5 Air Forces, that's 5 Jordan mid, that's like maybe 10 pairs of sale items. Go in there. You're going to start on one end of the store. You're going to go up and down the wall. You're going to check every single SKU and cross-reference it on StockX, GOAT, or whatever platform you sell your shoes. I primarily stick to StockX and GOAT, but other people, they have eBay, they have Mercari, they have Poshmark, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to stick to whatever you know. You really want to pay attention for is those items that have the sale tag. The sale tags, those are the ones that are probably going to be better deals, and you'll probably be able to make money on them. And then you're going to, I know it sounds tedious, but in the long run, you're going to be really grateful that you did it all, because you're going to be winning release after release. When you find something, check it on StockX, and if it makes money or you break even, you buy it. You keep doing that, you rinse and repeat. now you have an account that's at X3 status. And trust me when I tell you, brick flipping is the best way to build your accounts up quickly. People don't really get into it that much, so most places, like, it's pretty easy to do, and it's something I just strongly recommend. And it's what I started my business on. Like, when I first got into this industry, although I've been in sneakers for a very long time and I've actually been around people that have 10 times more experience than almost anybody that I know, I've learned so much. When I started my business, I will say that I feel like I kind of had a huge advantage over many people because of the knowledge that I had. I sold bricks for a very long time and I built up a lot of Footlocker accounts. I used those Footlockers that I built off of buying bricks to win releases. I'm trying to find you guys a good shoe. So this shoe that I'm looking at that's going to be right up there is an Adidas Oswego Carbon Black. This shoe, when I was buying bricks, made me so much fucking money. Like, it's not even funny. I would buy this shoe for $39 and sell it on StockX and Go for anywhere between $140 to like $110. Each pair I was doubling my money on, and nobody in the city was buying the shoe. I was literally able to go in, buy 10 pairs, which was the max that the store would let me get. I'd go in, buy 10 pairs, sell them within a week, go back, still every single pair that was there was still there. Buy more, sell them, and I was just doing that. There was 2 stores in my area that had that shoe for the same exact price. I was going into both of them, buying up every single pair, and I was making so much money. And that shoe is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. In this corner, you're gonna see my Scout account that I once had, all the pairs that I had sold. It is literally insane. This one pair that I sold, gonna be right up there as well. As you can see, made $88.76 in profit, just off of a shoe that nobody else was looking at. That's what I'm talking about. This stuff like this that was on sale, that's what you're gonna be looking for. That's what's gonna build up your account, and those are going to be the ones that really get you into this. If you really want to get into brick flipping, tons of resources out there. There's brick flipping groups, there's Nike outlets, there's Marshalls, all that stuff you can get into as well. But for the sake of this video, we're strictly talking about Footlocker. Now, what else you can do to increase your profit when you are looking for these kinds of shoes? Every time you purchase something from Footlocker, they always tell you to fill out the survey to get a $10 coupon. You're going to start doing that. That $10, it's really going to help when you are working with shoes that are on sale and only are going to give you about a $20 to $30 profit. So you're really going to want that extra $10 because that can mean the difference between breaking even and making some money. Also, once you get your accounts to have high enough points, I believe it's 75,000. You're going to go into the Footlocker app, hit My Account, go to FLX Rewards Program, hit Redeem, scroll all the way down till you find the gift cards. Footlocker, they let you redeem your points for gift cards. I believe the increment is $25 or $20. Not sure. I'll correct myself somewhere on the screen. So you will redeem these gift cards to increase your profits because unfortunately the coupon, you cannot use the coupon on releases, you can't use it on Air Forces, and you can't use it on Jordans and Jordan mids. That sucks, but you can use those gift cards on those shoes to help increase your profits. To my next point, by doing this, you're really going to help yourself out by putting your foot in the door with the managers and the store associates at these foot stores. Everybody hates, but everybody wants a backdoor. People want to get backdoored, but people also hate people who backdoor. And this is for the resellers out there. This is really how you're going to get your backdoor plug. Because when you're in there every single day, and you got to realize these stores have sale quotas. These stores want to make their sales so they can look good in front of their boss can look good in front of their boss. The way that they do that is by selling motherfucking shoes. You're basically there to solve their problem. They have shoes that they have to mark down and put on sale because nobody is buying them. And here you are, because you want to build your FLX account, you're here buying them to flip them on StockX or Go. So you're basically solving a problem that they have. Then going forward, once they see that you're coming back in periodically, you're clearing out a bunch of their stuff that nobody else is touching, they're going to love you for it, and they're going to be more inclined to help you out versus the kid who comes in here every other week looking for mids. You got to think in long term. A manager is much more likely to help you who's a returning customer versus somebody who literally only comes in here to try to get leftover releases and Jordan mids. Everybody hates that guy. Nobody wants to help that guy. So basically, that's my point. By doing this, by buying these shoes to bolster your account, one of these days, while you're looking at this wall of shoes, trying to find for shoes that you could flip on whatever platform, that manager who sees you in there all the time and you're really helping out by clearing his stock, he's going to come up to you. He's going to have a box.
Psst. Psst. Had these in the back. You want them?
Yeah, I want them. Put them in. Yeah, you sure? Yeah, I'll take them. What size? Yeah, don't matter. I'll take them. Yeah, put them in the back.
The key to this method is the amount of X3 accounts that you have. You don't want one, you don't want two, you want like 20, you want 30. Okay, this one's already the X3. Okay, boom, let's start another one. This one's the X3. Boom, let's start another one. This one's X3. Boom, let's start another. The main point of this method is you need a lot of accounts. What you want to do going forward is, because unfortunately you can have tons of accounts, but you can't put them under the same name. You have to have other people's names. So put one under your mom's name, your sister's name, your brother's name, anybody who has an ID and can pick it up and that you trust them. Yo.
Got a question for you.
What's up? As you saw, I got a phone call. Kind of forgot where I was at, so just gonna shoot from the hip. What you want to do when you're making your multiple accounts, you want to make sure you're using different emails. You want to make sure you're using different phone numbers. Zip code doesn't really matter. So you want to make sure that you're doing that every single time you make a new account. Max, what I would do per phone number, I would max do like 2 accounts per phone number. Just because any more than that, it kind of looks a little sus. When you're making them, it doesn't really matter what the IP address is. They don't really pay attention to that too much, as long as you're not going crazy fast, making the accounts within like seconds, or using a bot to make the account. As long as you're not doing stuff like that, then you could do it on your phone and it'd be no problem. Next, we're going to talk about the algorithm. The algorithm. Whew, this is a pretty big one. Even to this day, I don't know what the algorithm is. I don't know who it favors. I don't know none of that shit. The best way around the algorithm is through numbers. When you have a lot of accounts and a lot of accounts with different point values, then you're really gonna cover all your bases. So just because we don't know what the algorithm is, at least you'll have accounts that can cross every checkbox that the algorithm may have, so you can still win. My reason being, and my reason for saying that I don't know what the algorithm is because every time I think that I have it down, something else happens that makes me think the contrary. What people thought before was that high point accounts, the more points that you had, the more chances you are to win. And then they changed it. Those accounts with high points no longer winning. But then my high point accounts win, and then my middle points accounts win, and then my low point accounts win. So it's really, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and try to, cap an algorithm for you guys. I don't know what it is. All I know is that people will say, well, the higher your point, people will say now that the new algorithm, the higher points you have, the no chances of you are going to win. That's not necessarily true, because I've had my accounts that have over 1 million points still win. So yeah, they still win even if they have high points. So it doesn't really matter, I think. I don't think it matters as much, so you shouldn't really focus too much on what points the accounts have. I think you should focus more on the quantity of accounts that you have, because the more accounts you have, more entries, the more chances of you winning. That's where I stand as far as the algorithm goes. Comes to your accounts, I think a good point range is anywhere between 150,000 to 600,000. I will say that my higher point accounts win a little bit less than my accounts centered towards the middle. Try to stick around 150 to 600,000. That's me. That's what I'm doing going forward. And don't let people tell you too much about the algorithm, because at the end of the day, unless they work for Footlocker, they don't know what they're talking about. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. I really hope that you guys found this video to be informative, and you found the information in this video to be of good use to you, because I do know that this information, I'm not the first one to know this. A lot of people know this information, and they actually put this into courses to sell to people, whereas me, I'm giving this this to you guys, my audience, for free. So in return, if you guys could smash the like button for me, comment down below, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be notified of every single time we post a new video. Other than that, guys, we are inching closer and closer to that 500 subscriber giveaway. As soon as we hit the 500 subscriber mark, I'm going to make my next video with the details of the giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching these videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.